What up? I'm MITUS, this is the next technique, and I'm going to put my promoter hat on right now because that's what we're going to do. I'm going to teach you the best ways to approach promoters, man, because some of the way you guys come through is just a little bit crazy. So number one, it's professionalism. You know, you should be approaching this as if it's your job, as if it's your 9 to 5. Even if it's not, you got a day job and this is just a hobby that you want to take a bit more seriously. I call what I do with music a hobby that just got out of control, and that's real. There's no delusions of grandeur, but I hustle and work my ass off for the things that I do have and have achieved. If you hit me up, I have been a promoter as well as an MC, so this is why I got the promoter hat on, even though it's the same Wu-Tang hat I've been wearing for the last couple of videos. If you hit me up, oi brah, put me on a show on that, eh? Nothing's gonna come of that. If you hit me up saying, oi cunt, or oi, you should put us on a show, eh, or whatever, nothing's gonna ever come of that. If you send me a track and then send me a list of excuses below it, like, I never had time to get it mixed, I was sick that day, the recording wasn't that good, whatever the excuses are, I'm not going to want to check that song, so I'm not going to want to put you on a gig, first and foremost. I'll just clear any illusion right now. Promoters, their one job is to make money. It just so happens it's from the music industry. It doesn't mean that they're out to discover new talent, it doesn't mean they're out to do any of that. Their one job is to make money. So when you see people getting support slots and you're not, there's a reason. They're hustling. Even if their music's shit, they're hustling. Me, when I'm a promoter, I'm an artist first, 100%. So I'm not going to book someone that I think is shit. That's just me. And the way that I would structure my gigs, I knew roughly how much money it was going to make every time. There was only one time where we only had like 70 people through the door, and there was like a fucking, one of the acts, it was his partner's birthday or something, so his whole half of his usual fan base were at the party and a couple came with him, and yeah, anyway. So a promoter's job is to make money. They put on a show, they get local supports. Let's talk an international promoter, right? They're looking after the international act, they're paying them, and they need to recoup, they need to make their money back, right? And hopefully make some money on the side, you know, it is a job after all. So, alright, on the one hand, we got a really dope artist who's, you know, real hip hop or whatever you want to call it. On the other hand, we got someone who's got a good following. You know, it's proven. It's not just 50,000 views on a clip but no comments. That's fake views. That's bullshit. People do buy likes and Facebook and all that type of shit. Look, you can tell straight away, so don't do it. You can tell when it's fake likes, you can tell when it's fake views. It's so fucking transparent. Don't do it. So, one thing I look for, if it's going to be a certain show, I look for, will that artist complement the show? If we've got a certain bigger act there, I know what their fan base is going to be like. So let's say I've got enough heavy hitters. The way I'd structure it, I'd have a few heavy hitters that I knew would bring heads, and then I'd have a couple of new guys or a couple of younger guys open up to give them a chance. Because for me, I was, you know, and still am by doing this, looking out for artists first. If I made a couple dollars myself, that was cool, but my thing was just putting on for the next generation, always was. On a promoter's standpoint, they're just out to make money. That's their thing. I heard a crazy story that Bliss and SO got, you know, basically signed to Elusive from doing shows with Elusive. They did Exhibit in Sydney, and they did a couple of other shows opening up, and these guys were like, you know, these guys are dope. You know, we're gonna keep them on board. We're gonna do all this gradually. They build a label together, Elusive. The rest is history, man. I was actually at that show in Sydney too. Weapon X and Ken Hill were on there too. I had a joke with Take It Easy Easy about that recently. Yeah, crazy where things happen, man. But yeah, building a relationship with promoters is a really, really powerful thing. Being punctual, being there for sound check, making sure everything you need to bring to the table is done right, that'll go a long way, man. A long, long way. But at the end of the day, if you treat the promoter with respect, you build a positive relationship, you both benefit from each other, then it's going to work. It's going to be something where they reach out to you in future. You know, if a promoter's based in, say, let's say Adelaide, right, and they come through Newcastle, where we are, or where I am, and say it's me or whoever else, they have a positive experience, they bring heads, the crowd was receptive, all that. They don't know enough about Newcastle to where anything else is going to matter. Unless someone, you know, wherever it is, you know, could be Tasmania, wherever. Let's say some person blows up ridiculously in the next time, chances are they'll still talk to you. It takes something crazy blowing up for them to go away from that, if everyone involved has had a good experience. But yeah, what have we learned? So, approach promoters properly, as if it's your job, be punctual, promote the show yourself as well, whether that be selling tickets or whatever. Like I said in another video, I used to hit up promoters saying, watch how many tickets I can sell when I'm not on the bill, then see how many I can sell once I'm on the bill. And that shit worked, man. You know, do a little bit of work, it goes a long way. So punctual, and sound check, I can't stress that enough. Rocking up the sound check, man. If you haven't been in communication with a promoter and they're trying to do 100 things as it is, you should be hitting them up. Should I bring a USB? I think a USB at this point is pretty standard, but some people still bring CDs, and it's like, the fuck we're gonna do with a CD, son? Even in like 2013, 2014, with the bulk of shows I was promoting, people bring CDs, and like, you know, USB. But I'd make sure that was clear in the communication, because I was dealing with a lot of people doing their first and second shows. But bring 2 USBs, just in case one fails. If one fails, you can't do the show. It's done. I've been there. I've been there. So be prepared. Be at sound check. Make sure the DJ has your beats if you don't have your own beats. Or your own DJ. Make sure everything's sweet. You check the sound, righto, what we just did here, I'm okay with that, I'm cool with that. Talk to the sound guy. Make sure you're not hitting up the promoter a day before for 40 of your mates to be on the door. When you're just coming into the game, like 1 or 2 people, max, on your door list, right? Unless you're guaranteeing you're gonna bring like 50 other people, you know, when you're just coming into the game, 1 or 2 people on the door max. At the end of the day, you having your friends or more people spend money with this promoter means they're going to have a better relationship with you. Whether or not they are paying you or aren't paying you, a lot of promoters seem to think and have thought for a long time that exposure and experience are like some fucking cryptocurrency. It's the next Bitcoin. You just wait till I cash in all my exposure and experience. I'd be fucking millionaire, son. Always kept it fair. We basically did, with any shows I ever did, it was who you here to see on the door. Righto, it's a $10 show. $5 goes to them, $5 goes to us. You split it right down the middle. People were coming from Sydney and they really didn't have as much following up there. I give them a little bit extra, you know, for the travel and shit like that. I was pretty fair. Everyone's going to be different, like they said. I wasn't in it to make money at all. I was in for building the scene because there was nothing really happening at the time. So, I hope you've learned a couple of things on this. We're going to do other segments where I'm going to teach you about a live show where I'll go, you know, more in depth into a sound check. We're going to get into, you know, proper ways to promote. Plenty of stuff on the next technique. For now, like, share, subscribe, all that thing. Hit the little bell so you see all the videos when they pop up. And you're going to learn some shit, man. You're going to learn some things. Each one teach one. I'm hoping to teach 1,000. Peace.